Welcome back to another episode of building up my dad's dream four-wheel drive. He's planning on using this Nissan Patrol to travel all over Australia and take him on some absolutely epic adventures.
In the last episode, we installed tyres, wheels, inner beadlocks, suspension, a rear bar and a bunch of cool mods. We only have 2 days to finish building Dad's GU for a big Cape York trip. Let's hook in and get it done. Proudly supported by Opus Campers, Ultimate 9, Tread, Superior Engineering, GME, and in Parkway. And you jerk it out.
Gary's about to get a bloody rumba. That thing on?
Yeah.
Bloody beautiful, mate.
First mod, first job, we're gonna hook straight into the good stuff. This factory bull bar is going to come off, lights, bull bar off, out of here, see you later, in the bin, gone. We did consider keeping this bull bar. You can't fit a winch in there. You can buy a winch cradle for them, but then it's still like 500 bucks or something. You gotta modify it. And then an alloy bar is not going to be as strong as a steel bull bar. So we got him a steel bull bar. We got him a winch, pull this thing off, and then we'll show off what we got here. Can we all just pause here for a second? What's going on here? Tyler Thompson on the tools.
Helpful, I don't know. Look, I'll let him go and I'll just... It's only the come apart, it's not important. You can it.
You know why I'm on the tools today? Because I got the brand new merch on. Oh, yeah. Bush McKenny. Holy golly. Now, when it came to finding a bull bar to suit Dad's GU, we had a bit of a shop around, had a look online, made a few phone calls. We ended up landing on the Razorback bull bar. It's the same one I had on my GU, so I did sort of maybe want to get him one that was a bit different to my Patrol, but we just kept coming back to this one for really good quality, looks and availabilities. Winch compatible, nice big steel bull bar, and then it's made to take side scrubbies onto their rock sliders. So it's pretty much a full kit we've got laid out here on the ground. And then to go with the Razorback bull bar, we got him a Runva winch. We should be able to get the winch in from there. So we had a bit of an issue with the winch. The bolts they provided weren't long enough to go through the Razorback bar and plating. So we're just going to put the bar on, and then we'll probably have to run down the shops and get some longer bolts and bolt the winch on after. That's the bar mounted on there, really nice fit. And with this grill out, there'll be heaps of room for us to slot the Runva in once we go to the shop and get the longer bolts. And the bar itself has 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts on each side. A total of 8 bolts holding it onto the side steps now, the rock sliders. So I suppose we better pull Dad's off. So these are just the factory side steps. They kind of half saved his car on the first adventure, but obviously got beaten to hell and they're not going to last long at all. After the last trip, you know, we saw what didn't work, what would need upgrading, and some good bar work and protection along this whole thing is going to be important to get sooner rather than later. Otherwise, this car's just going to get destroyed.
Take them out to the wrecking yard, bud.
Straight out in the bar work section.
Straight out to the wreckers.
This is Tyler Thompson's new wrecking yard out here. We got 80 bars, Patrol side steps, Patrol rear bars. You want it, we got it. The sliders come like this, and then what do you have to do now? You have to
bolt on your infill plate. So this is like, you know, your step, stop your sticks coming through and bashing your seals in. So
there's a couple of bolts there to do.
Yeah, but there's heaps. So you can get involved and help me if you want.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Because this is what took ages last time.
No, you don't have to ask me twice to get involved. I'm always the first.
Yeah, you're the first bloke to ever help anytime anyone needs it.
You see how quick things get done around here when I get involved. You're going to be out of work.
Mate, you've been spoon-fed your whole life, bud. Just relax.
This is why I don't do anything, because if I do it all, it'll be all done, and then you'll have no job, and then you'll be sitting at home with nothing to do.
All I'm hearing is yappity, yappity, yappity.
Don't scratch him.
The bottom can't get scratched anyway.
No, he don't. He's not going to take this thing off road. It's going to be a mole crawler.
Bullshit.
That's this side slider all on, mounted, over to the other side now.
I'd go as far as to say it looks better than your car.
No, don't be. That's too far. That's the other side slider, all done and installed. I should also say Razzler, they are a Melbourne fabrication company, so this is all like Australian made down in Melbourne, but then yeah, they can ship it all over Australia. We'll move on to getting these scrub bars on.
I just went into the shops, did a little parts run, picked up some longer bolts so we can mount this winch in. I've got all the scrubbies and that, both fitted up, both sides, you know, pinned down the bottom, trimmed and clamped up here. They look good, nice and even, nice and snug. Let's get this winch in there.
Let's do it.
So that's the winch mounted up. Next thing will be to mount this solenoid box where it's easy to access. We'll just figure it out as we go. You'll see live updates coming your way.
We couldn't really find a good spot to mount it. There wasn't going to be...
That was easy to access.
It's going to be either ugly or too painful to access.
I'm gonna pull this off, see what it looks like. Maybe run some extra wires for in-cab switch.
Next little mod that we're going to do on Dad's Patrol is a fresh awning. So this is the one that came on the vehicle when he got it. It did the job, but it doesn't have much life left in it, and it's a little bit small. I think it's only a 2x2. So we've upgraded to a new Dashi one, which is 2.5 by 2.5, so it'll give him more room under there, nice, fresh, good quality awning.
You having fun up there or what?
And I'm doing work. Don't you be bothering me up here, I'm busy.
No, I've got to work with you. Yapping in my ear all day, motherfucker. Go deal with it.
Mate, that's different.
No, it's not.
This roof rack as well, it's the one that was on the car when we got it. I don't know what brand it is, it's just like a steel platform. It looks ugly as hell, but we don't have another roof rack. It's not really worth spending money and changing it. So yeah, it's gonna stay for the moment for the Cape trip. He can put his Jerry's, swags, awning, those sorts of things up there, and then maybe one day we'll change it to a nice, sleeker looking roof platform. Well, our winch wiring's coming together, and it's just a bit of a tidy up now.
Well, no, it's done. It's fully done.
And that's where the grill's gonna sit.
Yeah, the grill, mate, I thought you meant the wiring tidy up. I was like, nah, the wiring's done. Come in here, mate, come in here. Winch is all bolted in. Solenoid's bolted on the back with your nice bracket. Number plate's back on, and wires are all ran and hooked up, so it works. But this one here, big dongle, it's a bit hard to get, especially when the grill's on. You have to come from the bottom. So I thought, nah, I'll wire him up some bloody in cab. So I'm gonna run this in the cab on a switch, like so you can in and out while he's in there.
So he's gonna have in-cab switches, and he's gonna have the wireless remote.
And the normal one.
And worst case scenario, he's gonna have that.
Yeah.
So if he can't use this winch, then something's gone seriously wrong.
Something's going on, bud.
Yeah.
So we got a main nurse, which is black, straight to the battery.
Yeah.
We got your main power, which goes through this isolator.
Yeah.
So you can't leave it on. So that's power on, power off. And it goes to the isolator and then main to the battery. And then your solenoid, they all go to their own posts on the motor. I'll put the grill back in there. We'll have to get him some spotlights. And
We'll call it a day, and we'll be back tomorrow for more mods, more better.
yeah, more mods, more better. What do you reckon about that?
This car's looking sick.
It looks mad, eh?
Yeah. Next day, we're back again.
So we've got a couple more goodies for Gary. We've got a battery monitor, so we can, you know, check his battery and all the good stuff. Then we also have OBD heads-up display, and it's got built-in code breaker. This will do like your coolant temp, your battery temp, voltage, your speedo, heaps of cool stuff. And it just plugs straight into the OBD port. Sits up on the dash. It's got a little solar panel.
Where do you get those ones from?
Oh mate, these are the Ultimate 9. They're beautiful.
We'll get them in. Nice, quick, simple job to get us warmed up for the day.
Yeah. We'll break into the day easy, mate.
Yeah.
The OBD plug on this car is just under here, near the bonnet latch. So she's plugged in. So we'll let it get a little bit of charge on. But that's her, mate. Look, we have that speedo. There's battery volts, 11.8. It's 15 degrees. Coolant temp.
That's good. That's good. If you want a easy, quick way to like monitor some stuff, you just plug it in.
You set a speed limit so it beeps at you.
The Ultima 9 Lite.
Make an easy installation for the Ultimate 9 battery monitor, mate.
Battery monitor's all installed and then runs through this app. Let's give it a little rundown.
Let's give it a little rundown. So we got in here, voltage test, we're currently at 14.3, so it's charging. We can go charging test. I'll go start test. Bring it up to... She's charging good, mate. She's on the high end of the standard range, so everything's helpful. Everything's good.
Not a bad little app and battery monitor to keep an eye on all things battery and alternator and car charging.
Yeah, if you have this left on, I'm pretty sure it does send an alarm. So if you crank it and it drops down low, it'll send you like a pop-up notification on your phone and be like, hey, that's abnormally low. You should get your battery checked.
What are we on to now? This one's pretty exciting one.
So this one's from Wholesale Automatics. We have a lock-up kit, a Nomad lock-up kit for the RE4 Auto in Gary's car. So the main benefit, it's also got a temp gauge. The main benefit for this is it gives you engine braking, so you can lock it up going down hills off-road and it'll let you go down the hill like you're in a manual. It won't just, you know how yours runs away?
Yeah.
This fixes that.
Yeah, that's been a big problem for him in the past in the MUX Auto. Like the car always wanted to run away from him, relying too much on braking. So this gives you really good engine compression, engine braking off-road.
Yeah.
Or through the gearbox, through the auto.
Even towing, better fuel economy, less heat. So, converter's not always on and off, creating heat. And then also better fuel economy.
Yeah, sweet.
That's the three main benefits.
So let's open up the box, mate.
Mate, we got a few extras, eh? Couple plushies. Young fella's gonna love them. We got a little mascot man, transmission shoes, mate. Best bit of all of it, mate. Got some fishing lures. I'm gonna catch a barra on one of these.
Straight to Cape York, those lures are going.
Watch me do it. Nice kit, everything you could probably need. Looks like it's got good instructions. We got a temperature gauge as well. Bit of a guide to tell you what's good, what's bad.
Yeah, so what is good, warm and hot in an auto box? Like, what are they saying?
Good is 50C to 110.
Yep.
110 to 130 is warm and 130 to 150 is hot.
So we've got the temp gauge to install and the lock-up kit to install. Which one you thinking you go with first?
Oh, I do not know. I'm gonna grab the instructions for both. I'm gonna read through them, see if there's a logical way to do it. If not, I'm just gonna see what looks the easiest and I'll do that last.
Yeah.
So then my day gets easier, not harder. More instructions on here, mate. Skin. Instructions galore, mate. I just had a quick look in the instructions. It says the first sort of area you go to is this transmission control module. I've unbolted that from where it sits. Now I'm undoing a clip so I can just pull it out a bit further so it's a bit easier to work. So I've got to, splice in some wires and solder them. So they give you a full pin out on the back of this fella and it tells you what colour wire they are and then tells you which wire in this fella you've got to cut and solder and join.
You'll get to doing that.
Auto electrician, just all the rubbish you get on the floor, mate.
Straight on the ground.
On the floor, just gone. What's that? That was boom, just like that. That's it all done, it's all taped back up, spliced in just to the side to the loom. Now I'm just going to bolt him back up to where he was, put him back as factory. And
big Cape York build. Gazza's big top dog G build.
The G dog, the G doubly dog. I've wired those in as per the instructions. The black and the red in that is what powers this whole thing up, and this is their module. This is a resistor, and these are all in the one loom. And then this one here that we still have to wire in, it is for the CAN bus. So I have to go over the driver's side and pinch some CAN bus wires, and once I've done that, mounted this, mounted that, it's pretty much done. Other than running the switch.
Shut up, hush your mouth, can't you hear you talk too loud?
So that's how you control it there now. You got your little switch for it.
Yeah, so this is, I'm pretty sure you hold this down for 3 seconds, it goes into fully manual mode.
Yeah.
And that's where it'll stay locked if you're doing like, downhill descents.
Yeah, so from what I was reading, you pretty much leave it on automatic mode where it does like things for you, like what it thinks is best, or in certain situations you can put it into manual mode and control it yourself.
Yeah. So we've got a transmission temperature gauge, also from the wholesale automatics. So this is a pretty simple install. We have power and earth, and then our sensor wire, which will run down to the sensor that they've already given us in a pre-tapped bolt. So all their kits that you buy off them come with everything you need. Like, you don't have to drill and tap.
That makes it much easier.
Much easier. And they've even got a nice Deutsch plug on there, so fully waterproof. And then they've given you the other end so that I can trim this up. We don't have to have all this excessive cable. We'll get her in, we'll get her angry, mate.
How's that, mate? That's
You want to see my...
mounted it through the thing there.
Yeah, and because it's a bit heavier now, I zip tied him through the air vent so it can't slide off.
Yeah, okay.
So
that's it. It's plugged into the auto box, run up through the floor, got some power to it, up to your gauge there, and he's got a nice little gauge when he's driving to keep an eye on that auto temp.
yeah, exactly, perfect. Pretty good, mate. No legs holes as well.
So Dad just arrived for the first look at his newly built Patrol. He hasn't seen it since he dropped it off pretty stock, so we'll see what he thinks of it, run through the modifications that have been done to it.
Sure, it's time back from when you detonated me throttle controller. I'll give you that, mate.
Yeah.
Have a go at it.
Looks pretty different to when you dropped it off.
Done that ever? Looks like one of these real builds, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I could think it was a shame to scratch at the first outing, but they'll be on the second, there'll be more, so what does it matter?
Yeah.
Have a go at it.
See, the bull bar looks pretty nice there. Looks really good on yours on the Series 4.
Doesn't it?
Nice protection. We'll have to maybe get some spotties for you in the future. And then we have a look under the front there. You've seen that.
Yeah,
so
the
got
diff
big
cover.
Weld-on diff guard.
Yeah.
And then those big arms there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's your winch in and out.
That's bloody perfect.
And then we got spares for you as well in the back here.
Oh, you got them?
So starter motor and alternator. This
Yeah.
is a fuel pump thing, which they said often let go on these. It's worth having.
Oh yeah.
So I got that, an alternator, starter motor, and then there's still a few things coming from Bursons, which will be in a couple of days, which is like your belts, hoses, fuel filter, a couple of air filters, the basic things. You got the stickers on there.
Yeah.
It's all looking good. So what do you reckon? You're pretty happy with it? You're ready for
Oh, super happy, mate. Super happy. Have
Ready.
a look at it.
ready for a big Cape York adventure?
Ready for the Cape. Yep. Ready to go.
She's going to get ya. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, boy. All that she wants is another baby.
That's it, one go, one done, nailed it.
Chickadee D.
Is another baby.
Chickadee D, mate.